In our first season as Real Madrid manager, we won the Spanish La Liga, we won the Copa del Rey, and we even won the Champions League. Now after all of that success, in today's transfer special, we've been given £36 million to spend. Come again? Hey guys, and welcome back to the 15th episode of the FM21 Real Madrid Save, where today we are starting our second season in charge of Real Madrid after an incredible first year, and it is, of course, the transfer special. We will be making some signings, hopefully be making some big sales as well, because there are some players that we didn't really use that much last season, and it was a very good last season, which means that we have already gotten 3 out of the 6 trophies that we are trying to get in this challenge sort of save, and that does mean that the only 3 trophies we have to get now are the European Super Cup, the Spanish Super Cup, still bitter about losing that final, and the Club World Championship. Of course, I wouldn't complain about winning the Champions League 2 times in a row, but if we can come away with one of those trophies in this season, it will be us going on that right path, as we still have 2 years to go. If that challenge does sound like something you are interested in, make sure you do subscribe to the Raxo FM YouTube channel, where we will be uploading daily-ish Football Manager content with either this or some transfer guides to help you out with your new saves here and there, as well as making sure that while you're down there, you smash the like button. Can we please get 10 likes for the start of a brand new season? And without any further ado, we've made some transfers, we've done some business, let's get into it. The first thing we have done has gotten rid of an absolute legend of Real Madrid. Not really a legend in this save though. Isco has left to go to Manchester United for a very reasonable fee of £62 million. Don't mind if I do. And that does mean we can reinvest. He's 29 years of age. He's not getting any younger. He's definitely not getting much better after scoring 3 goals and 6 assists last year. He didn't play an awful lot. I'm more than happy to cash in on him while we still can. So long, Isco. I hope you do well in Manchester United, but I'll take that £62 million and put it straight into my back pocket. Probably the most emotional of the news so far, Sergio Ramos has officially left the club. And trust me, I did everything I could to keep him around. He wanted to leave. He's gone to Juventus. And I'm not proud of it, but it's happened, so we're going to have to move forward. But luckily, we have already signed kind of a replacement for him. Not a new one to the club, but one that we're not going to complain about at all. 2 new signings confirmed, and the first of them was Eric Garcia. We already knew about this one. He came in for a free after coming in on loan last season, and my plan worked perfectly. We wanted to bring him in on a loan to hopefully have him as our first, well, have us as his first choice when his contract did expire. I don't know what it says. We're paying £475,000. Because I remember signing him on a free, but we'll go with it anyway. He's got potential in absolute spades. He's got the ability right now. I think he's going to slot in as a rotation centre-back, maybe even pushing for that first team spot next to Varane, as Militao and him will be having a lot of competition this year, I'm sure. But of course, you would have seen Benzema has arrived at Real Madrid, and for an absolute bargain price of £34.5 million, he has now got that Uruguayan link with Valverde, and I hope that they do create a great combo in midfield as we go forward throughout the save into the future. And you know, we get a wee bit more older players like Toni Kroos, Casemiro, Luka Modric, so it's good to have some young blood coming through into the squad and hopefully pushing for those first team spots. But even with those signings, you know, we take a look at it, and we've only actually spent £36 million. We've brought in £62 million. How is our budget so insanely low? It is because our transfer revenue retained is 60%, and the board's been stingy with me. I've asked to try and get that increased, and they've said no. And you know what? We're going to have a wee discussion with the board, and I'm going to read these options off camera because I can't read very quickly as it is, and it's stressful when I have to talk to you guys along with it, and I've now wasted enough time talking about it. I'm just going to start reading. Okay, I'm not going to lie, none of them really tickled my fancy, but I think I'm going to go with this one. They've said the current transfer revenue percentage made available took a great deal of consideration, with the main aim being financial stability. Mate, okay, let's go back into finances. You're telling me you're worried about financial stability? We're not that much in the green, actually. But come on, I'm gonna make some straight bank in the future. Where's my discussion gone? I want my discussion back. I've lost my discussion. Where's my discussion? How am I getting back to my discussion? Hold on. Well, I lost my discussion, so let's move on to the next subject. Darwin Núñez. Trying to bring him in. He looks like a good player. Based off our scout recommendation, he already looks like he could be starting for us, to be honest. I mean, looking at those stats, it's not the best in the world, but look at that pace, the physicality, the mentals. He's only 22 years of age, and he's been doing pretty well for Benfica so far last season with a 7.71 average rating. I think he's definitely got the talent, but unfortunately we're not going to get this one across the line unless we get some more money, which I was trying to discuss with the board, but Football Manager wouldn't let me, so it's not my fault that we don't have money, but we're going to try interacting with the board. Will they let us? No. Why has Real Madrid been so stingy? We're like one of the biggest clubs in the world. Let's delay this. I've got to try and sell some players. But to be honest, there's no one I'm really keen on selling because we have quite a good 11. And there's just, there's nothing more than that. I mean, maybe Gareth Bale could go. Actually, Gareth Bale could definitely go. We're going to have to try and work out who we're going to be selling. But I think my main areas that I want to improve this year is getting a new striker. And don't get me wrong, Benzema was amazing last year, but he's 33 years of age and he's going to start declining at some point soon. A new centre-back as well. Again, I say Militao and Garcia are great options in there, but just having another top quality player in there would be amazing. I was concerned about centre mid, but I'm no longer concerned about that position with the signing of Valverde. Not Valverde, he was already in the club. Bentancur, I'm trying to say. So we got to dip into the transfer market. We need some money to do this stuff though, so let's go out, make some sales, and I'll let you know as soon as I do. I know I've already said it, but like and subscribe. I can never remind you enough. If you haven't done it, please do it. This is the start of a new save. New save, new series. Same. It's a season. It's the same thing. Series, save, season. It's all. I may as well turn it back to episode 1 for the views, to be honest. Target acquired. Not loving him so much now that I've realised he's only 3.5 stars, but looks like a good player nonetheless. We also have 2 strikers, Jovic and Benzema. Really reevaluating this whole transfer as soon as I've hit confirm. Too late to load it? No, he'll be good. He'll be good. We've also managed to make a couple of sales to get the funds in for that one. We sold this man for £800,000. Not a huge deal, but a youngster that wasn't really going to go too far. We've also sold Dani Ceballos for £23 million. Already gone up in value, but he definitely was not going to start for us. So it's good to see him go to Arsenal and potentially improve his career. He wasn't really going to play for us, as I said before, so long to him. Don't mind getting that off the wage bill. And we have also brought in another man by the name of Andreas it's confusing. He's got a CH and then it doesn't actually make the CH sound, so I've just realised it's Christensen. It's not that hard, is it? Andreas Christensen has come into the club for only £7.5 million. Now, I wasn't planning on bringing him in, but for £7.5 million, for a man of his quality, I think it's a very, very good deal. He's potentially going to be a rotation player this year. He's potentially going to go up in value. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be bringing him in for £47.5 thousand a week. 25 years of age. I think it is an absolute bargain. And, you can't complain about it. I mean, he's no Sergio Ramos, but he's definitely not the worst signing I've ever made by any stretch of the imagination. And also we have brought in another loan deal, just like we did last season for our right back with Marquinhos. This time we've brought in a former Real Madrid player in the form of Odriozola, however you actually pronounce it. It's probably Audrey. It starts with an O. See, pronunciation, never been my strong suit, has it really? But he has come in for £7.75 million to Paris Saint-Germain after we sold him last year. Now they want to get rid of him. So we've brought him in for loan for £87,000 a week with an optional future fee of £31 million. There's no way I'm ever activating that. But for now, he is going to be a great player on our bench. And for £84,000 a week, he's got a lot of quality about him. He could even play on the left-hand side if we really needed him to. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't make this deal and why we shouldn't have a right back for just one season. Brilliant stuff by myself. Does mean that the whole finances are completely depleted, and actually I think we're in debt. So it's not gone as perfectly as it could have. 39. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're definitely in debt. going to have to sell some players. I'm definitely thinking a couple of players could go. For example, Asensio was wanted by a couple of clubs earlier in the transfer window, whether or not he still is. Where is Asensio? Where is he? Where's he gone? Is he in the starting lineup? This is all stuff that should be going on off camera, but we're going with it. No, he's still wanted by Juventus. I wouldn't mind getting rid of him if they pay £55 million, which is his current value. He's not the best player in the world. We've got plenty of wingers that can do his job. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't be getting rid of him. Also, a couple of easier deals like Jesus. It's not actually pronounced Jesus, is it? It's not been a strong day, has it? Jesus Vallejo. We could potentially get rid of him as well, but again, not a lot of funds. £4.5 million, even if we do manage to get that, isn't a whole lot of money. We're trying to get PP out. What? It's not PP. It's TT. There's too many names. He's going to go out on loan to Valencia, and I'm hoping to get rid of Gareth Bale, but £575,000 a week, no one wants to pay. Yeah, I don't blame them for not wanting to pay it. He wants an insane amount of money. We only have him until the end of the season, but if we could just get rid of his wages, I wouldn't really complain. So I think we've got a pretty stacked lineup now. It's just that centre back position that I'd still kind of want to improve, but I'm comfortable with those being all of the deals that we do so far. So this could be a bland rest of the episode, to be completely honest with you, but we will keep simulating and we'll see what happens. You never know. I could find a player. Probably not, though. We are ready to go for the European Super Cup final. And I was correct. We didn't make any signings. But we did make some sales, so we're going to go over them quickly. We have gotten rid of Tete on loan once again. I did realise that I called him TT before. Yeah, that's another mispronunciation from yours truly. Kubo has also gone out on loan, this time to Bundesliga. Got there eventually. It's Eintracht Frankfurt that he's gone to. It's not Eintracht Frankfurt, it's actually Hertha Berlin, so I'm hoping he'll get some game time over there. Marco Asensio has gone for £52 million, and that is because we just don't need him anymore. He was solid for us last year, a great rotation option to be honest, but if you take a look at our squad, we've got a good amount of wingers. We've got a couple of players that can play and can. And with the signing of Nunez and Rodrigo potentially coming into the starting lineup a wee bit more this season, I don't see any reason why we really need to have him in the squad. And to get £52 million for him, I definitely wouldn't say that's a bad deal at all. But we have also gotten rid of Breham. That's too hard to say. Diaz as a 22-year-old central attacking midfielder. We've made a slight loss on him, but £14 million for a man that I had no plan on using ever is definitely not a bad deal in my book, so happy to get rid of him. Vinicius Jr. has also gone out on loan to Valencia, as well as Gareth Bale. Just wanted to get some of Gareth Bale's wages off the bill because no one wants to sign him. Literally. No one wants to sign him. I tried my best. We put him up for $0. And Vinicius Jr. is going out on loan to Valencia as well. I thought that between him and Rodrigo, ironically, even though I'd say Vinicius Jr. has a higher reputation, I slightly prefer Rodrigo, and that is mainly because of the fact that he can play out on the left and the right and up top. So it's just that versatility that he brings to the table, and statistically, there's not a lot in it either. And actually, Rodrigo's even better at attacking than Vinicius Jr. So it's nice to get in some game time out there, see what he can do for the club. 3 players, all wingers, out on loan to Valencia. So I'm very interested to see how they're all going to be regular starters. Actually, I believe they're all important players. So I'll believe that when I see it. But that is all the transfers that we are going to make for today's episode. We're keeping an eye on quite a few other players, even making some bids. We now have £62 million, and that is because I've reduced all of those bonuses for winning the season all the way down to the lowest of the low so that we can have more transfer budget, because we've already won the league, you know? We've already won the Champions League. Who needs extra incentive for the players? And also, I don't actually know if it does anything in the game. Let me know down in the comment section below. Do you think it actually does anything? But we've got a very stacked transfer list. It's just whether or not, a short list, and it's just a matter of working out who we can actually afford and who we want to bring in. I definitely still want a new centre back. I don't think that having Varane, Militao, Garcia, and Christensen is going to have enough top quality to get ourselves as many clean sheets as we did last season. I was taking a look at Courtois, who, by the way, is 4.5-star current ability right now. He only conceded 12 goals all year last year. He's a top quality goalkeeper, and I think that was because we had Sergio Ramos and Varane in front of him almost every single game. So I'm hoping that we can find another player of his quality. So make sure that you do tune into next episode, where we will, of course, be playing in this cup final, which is crucial, the European Super Cup, and potentially even making another signing for our centre-back partner for Varane. But that is where we're going to end today's transfer special. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you do like this video if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe to the Rex FM YouTube channel so that you don't miss those future daily-ish uploads. And I will see you all later.